Hello and welcome to Survive the Unexpected with your host Frank Pacino, and joined as always with Amanda Bryant. And today we have James Hanson join us as well, and we're going to talk about Survivor 42 episodes 3 and 4. Um, I made a joke about this being Survivor 41.5, and I feel like I'm not too far off with the themes and the aspect of the whole season.
Mhm.
um, I think it is better than 41, but it definitely feels like it's just a rehash of the whole aspect of the season so far.
So my thing is going into 41, like we had a very long layoff, obviously, like a year and
Mhm.
a half since the show was on the air. And I had like somewhat expectations, but I mean, like very quickly, I was like, I don't think this is going to be that good of a season. I just didn't like the cast that much. But this season, they're throwing a lot of the same bullshit twist at us, but I think the cast is a lot better, which I did say preseason. So I I think Twistish it is 41.5, but I think this it will go down as a much better season and already has been so far.
Hmm. So, what off the top of the, let's just start with episode 3. What do you think of episode 3? So, Amanda, it was very eventful.
Episode 3 was probably one of my favorites ever of Survivor, I'm not gonna lie. Especially for a pre-merge episode. I thought it was really I think that the editing style this season has been way better than 41. We get way more of the people. I feel like we get even though we didn't get a lot of like for example, like during episode 3 we didn't get any of Ika, like the blue tribe. We didn't get any footage of them at all. But then in the fourth episode we got a ton of footage of them. So I feel like they're doing a pretty good job of evenly distributing the tribes where you don't know. I mean, even though there's one tribe that has only 4 people on it, the other tribes have more. We still don't know which tribe is going to be the dominating tribe going into merge, and I
Yeah.
like that. Whereas I feel like with the obviously with 41 we had one tribe that lost and lost and lost and lost. We're not having that this time with 42. It's an even kind of like an even representation of who we see on each tribe, and it keeps it interesting, helps you know the people better. So
Yeah,
I
they
think
don't
I like. I'm eating my words. I thought this season was going to be a dud, and 4 episodes in, I'm still really really happy with it. So
see. So I didn't. I just thought the twist would fall flat like they did last season, and I think even this season, like we saw in episode 3, like the twist made it more interesting. Like Mike and Chanel didn't have their vote, so that changed everything with that tribal. And
yeah,
although I think it is bullshit that if you find an idol that you just can't vote until it's activated, I
yeah.
hate that, but it
I
does
hate
make it a
that you can
little,
have your vote manipulated from somebody else from a different tribe that you can't even talk to. Like
yeah,
like
and it's
Mike is Mike, right? That's his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
for some reason I want to call him Eric, and I think it's because I get Eric Big Brother 6 vibes, and I don't know why, but I do. I keep want to call him Eric. His name's not Eric. His name is Mike. Mike is literally controlling Mariana's vote right now from the other tribe just by him not saying something.
And it's funny that this episode again, she said the phrase again, and
Again.
so,
That's a
but
weird
the
phrase too.
But the thing is, like Mike would have said it, but none of the dumbasses from the Blue Tribe have found the idol yet.
Yeah.
So,
That's my that's my biggest issue with the phrase is it is so out there
Yeah.
that like it's you
I don't
can't just
like
sweep
it.
it makes no it like sticks out like a sore thumb. It could be
Like
something as simple as like I don't know, like I woke up early and started the fire today, or something like simple as that, where they want to be asking those questions at the challenge like normal, but you could still
see,
squeeze it in
so
and make more sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, if I knew that like finding the idol comes with the beware advantage, like if I was playing Survivor and I just knew that going in, I'm not even looking for the idol. Like, I don't want to lose my vote the whole pre-merge. Like,
Yeah.
I would totally whoever I was least connected with, I'd take them and try to build trust with them. Like, hey, I want you to have this, and give them the beware advantage so they lose their vote, and I'm like least connected with them, but they trust me more. But I can vote them out if I want to because I don't trust them that much.
but we haven't seen that happen yet. Like,
No.
Hmm.
but it is an interesting thought though, for sure.
I would definitely pawn it off as like a. disadvantage more than an advantage because let's see who had the idols last season. Shan, um,
Xander,
Shan,
Xander,
Xander,
and
Brad.
Brad,
no,
Brad got voted out.
no. God, what's his name?
or
He was Blue Tribe. They're full of energy.
Danny,
No,
Deshaun,
no.
Nasir. He got voted
Nasir,
out with
Nasir
one
got it.
spot
Yeah,
kick.
Nasir
Yeah.
got blindsided with it.
yes,
The
that's
idols
right.
didn't even come to play at all. So
Yeah,
we focused on all this time with all these stupid phrases and all this stuff, and it amounted to nothing throughout the
So
season.
this is the craziest thing I think is that nowadays, like 41 and 42, it's so many different advantages. Like the ways you get them are so different, but it's almost like old school Survivor where if you win or make it far, like you can do it without an idol or like immunity wins. Like
Yeah.
absolutely.
social game is still like the most important thing always.
hmm
And
The one org win I have, I didn't win any immunities and I didn't find any advantages the whole season.
so yeah, I haven't won any
Possible.
orgs, but I've been like probably the front runner to win a few, and that was without immunity wins or even
Hmm.
advantages. Like usually I get advantages, but usually like I
Frank, you still
rely
have
on
one
the,
W,
the, the
right?
social and strategic game. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one win. I have more final tribal councils appearances than I do immunity wins though. um but I think it depends on the jury. It depends on the season, how important those immunity wins matter. Some people may
Oh,
see it
yeah, of course. Yeah.
more impactful than a social game and more impressive than a social game. And even though you maneuvered your way without that safety net like other people had, they still look at it as a disadvantage, like it was a downfall in your game. We've seen it before where people like Ozzy who like, oh, I'm voting for just the person who won the most challenges, and other people like that who he's the first person that popped in my head who just voted because they won so many challenges. But
Mike is
Mike,
another
yeah,
one. Yeah.
yeah. So I love Mike Holloway, but like, let's face it, he was like, if he loses one challenge, he loses the season.
He
Yeah,
goes out at like 6 or 7. Yeah.
yeah,
Right. So,
absolutely. He
uh,
fought his
so
way to stay, and that's what Jonathan's going to do this season.
so these two episodes I like to describe as my top three falling to the absolute ground. So I picked Swati and Daniel in my top three after the first two
Oh
episodes.
man.
And boy,
Oof.
did
Man.
it's like each one crashed and burned and each
Oh,
episode. And
Oh.
it was like, oh,
Daniel.
So
Daniel
my
is like he gives me like Spencer vibes, but worse. He's like he wishes he could be just as socially good as
so
Spencer.
do you
Spencer's
guys
not even
remember
socially good.
the third place from Ben's season, Ryan, the like
yeah.
real skinny guy? That's
Mhm.
who he kind of reminds me of. Like he's
Hmm.
got this strategic like head in the game, but he's just such a snake that like he'll do like anything to like throw anyone under the
He just
bus or like save himself.
kept throwing Chanel under
Yeah,
the bus, kept throwing Chanel under
yeah.
the bus, and
That
she was like,
he
"The
threw
fuck,
her
dude."
under 1,000 buses that night. It
Oh
was
my
So
god.
we'll just like, so the episode 3 he loses Mike's advantage for one
Mm. That
for a
was the
minute.
beginning.
That's the
It was
beginning.
crazy. That episode was so full that people forgot about that part of the episode
Yeah,
where
Mhm.
he
Daniel
loses.
lost his idol.
Yeah, he lost his idol, and then he betrays his number one ally. He makes a horrible call on the vote. Chanel makes the awful call on risking her vote. And it's just like a bunch of mistakes and I was high in Chanel. I'm like, she seems like she's recovered from this whole scenario, but like it was so stupid of her to
it
risk her,
was
risk her
bad
vote.
move for her.
Yeah.
Bad.
You should have never
So
risked your vote.
no.
Oh no, she
So
didn't risk it. Lydia goes home and Jenny is still here. So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
So she risked her vote with Omar. They both risked their vote. And this is after she says to Omar, I'm going to tribal council tonight, so I need my vote.
yeah.
So So Omar's like, oh, she's not gonna risk her vote because she needs her vote. She's like, oh, Omar's gonna take care of me. Like, no, you just told him you weren't gonna risk your vote because you need your vote. And as somebody who is supposed to be so strategic with their logic, that was so disappointing to see in Chanel's move because she absolutely had her and Daniel had all the power, but she put Daniel in a really bad spot by
Yeah.
risking her vote.
So
Um,
obviously, like Daniel played that whole tribal very badly, like just with how weak he looked, like with everything,
mhm.
and how he threw Chanel under the bus. But this doesn't happen if she just
The-
like
the-
protects her vote. Yeah,
right. Look, so we'll just skip ahead right to tribal. The scenario is that Chanel and Daniel tried to convince Hai and Lydia to split their votes. The men vote on
And vote for the yeah.
Mike,
Mike,
and then
Mike
the
and
women vote.
Jenny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the women vote on Jenny. And in theory, if they did that, Jenny and Daniel would have the two votes on Lydia, and Lydia would go.
Right.
And it just there was it was in theory a good move to do something like that, but poorly executed.
Very.
And if Chanel just doesn't risk her vote, they have complete control, Daniel and her, of this
yeah,
entire
oh
tribe.
yeah. They
And
literally, them two were in the best spot before that because Mike
yeah,
and Jenny wanted them, Lydia and
And that's
High
why
wanted
that's
them.
why Daniel said over and over again, like I was following what Chanel wanted to do, and Chanel's like, no, 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 don't throw me under the bus. And he was like, but you're literally the reason why
but
I
no,
was going to do this.
he should have he made the mistake once it got tied. It got tied between Lydia and Jenny, and there's only four votes because Mike didn't have his vote and Chanel didn't
And
have their vote,
Chanel, yeah.
and High was just like, "Holy shit, what the hell's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
And on a revote, look, Mike
He was
or
shook.
what? Once,
That was
once,
wild.
yeah, once Daniel decided to tie the vote again, he knew High wasn't changing his vote. He had to go in the intentions of I'm going to rocks because as soon as he opened his mouth and said, "Look, we gotta figure this out, but I don't want to go to rocks." As soon
I
as you did
definitely
that,
don't want to go to rock.
you showed weakness, and High had all the power.
Yep.
So, all right, I'll play devil's advocate. So,
Yeah.
it was a very much a weak move by Daniel. Like,
Hmm.
obviously, if you want to be strong, you want to go to rocks. But if he went to rocks, he's going with it would be him, High, Chanel, and Mike going to rocks. So there's a 3 out of 4 chance that either he goes home or Chanel or Mike, who he was more willing to work with than High, go home. So like there's really only a 25% chance that
This
like
is the
that
way I
really
look at
goes
it.
his way.
The way
So
I look at it is it's a 50% chance because if Mike goes, his you have Jenny's vote and Chanel's vote now, and you still
yeah.
have majority. So
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
either way, the way I look at it, if I'm Daniel, I'm looking at a 50% chance that either High or Mike goes home. Either one goes home. Guess what? Jenny is totally 100% loyal to
Oh yeah,
you.
if you go
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And then you have Chanel, who Chanel, like, look, you're tied with Daniel now. There's nothing you can do. So Daniel has literally Jenny and Chanel if Mike goes home. And then Mike is his vote gone isn't an issue no more. They have majority with the three still, and High and Lydia are still at the bottom. Or High goes home, and then you still have the majority,
You're
and Mike and Jenny
perfect.
are
Yeah,
still
yeah.
loyal to you. So to me, I would have took the chance. I would have said 50% chance. I'm taking the chance.
That
I'm
there's
here to
only a 25% chance that
I go
he
home.
actually goes home. Yeah,
Exactly. And
yeah.
it's just like if you're gonna make that move, make that move.
Well, it wasn't more so that he just wouldn't go to rocks. He looked really bad in the whole process. Like he
He
tried
out
to hide
like that
high
question they
body
asked him, Jeff
bagged
was like,
him.
who makes you
Yeah,
like who calms you down? And he was like,
that
oh,
was
Mike calms me
stupidest.
down, Chanel calms me down, my
And
mom calls me like and
didn't
How's just
mention
sitting
anyone
there like,
else in the
what the
tribe.
fuck? You're literally
Yep.
out
Yeah.
of your whole lines right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He burned his bridges with High and Lydia, and he
Bad.
burned his bridges with Mike and Chanel. He literally burned both his bridges. And you know what? If my bridges are burnt, I'm gonna see what happens and go
I
to.
love
So
that when we started the
just
episode, that was the first thing they left up on. Was like we went straight into the camp right after tribal, and Daniel, like the first confessional we
he
got was
didn't want
Daniel
to
being
talk
like,
about
"I was
it.
a fucking idiot."
He didn't want to talk about it
Perfect.
that night,
Yeah,
even because he knew how bad it like the backlash should be.
yeah,
Oh,
And just to get into more about that though too, like I know it's on episode 4, but like you saw that Mike and Hi and Lydia want Mike like with them now, and
yeah.
I could kind of see that because I think they think that Chanel and Daniel are both snakes, and
Hmm.
Mike played it straight up. He lost his closest ally. Like I think Mike's in a decent spot actually. Like
Right,
even with not having a vote,
because he didn't do anything wrong.
he didn't.
well, and
He
No.
Mike is
didn't.
controlling. Mike is also controlling 2 other people not having votes right now as well, and the tribe knows that because that's their plan
Yeah.
together. So they know right now that with Mike, with Mike being in and him having this power, he's keeping 2 other people from having votes, which
Well,
can
only
impact the game
one in theory
greatly,
because Blue has
especially
the
on that
power.
4-person tribe over there.
Yeah.
I
So it just was a mess. It was like one of the biggest implodes I've ever seen from somebody who was in such a great spot going into the episode.
Yeah.
oh it was a bad tribal for him, like really
Hmm.
bad.
And so let's talk about the challenge, the immunity challenge. I have
Episode
never,
3.
yeah, I've never seen somebody beast out a challenge more than Jonathan did
It was
in
Oh my
amazing.
God.
episode 3.
He literally,
Even
he literally did the whole
Probst
thing
had
himself.
to comment. Yeah.
Hmm. I just,
Yeah, go ahead, Amanda.
Did you see him swim tonight?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
He-
I
I,
was shook.
when he has a chance when it's all said and done to be the best competition player ever.
Oh,
I'm s-
yeah.
I'm saying like he's already, even if he makes merge, he's like easily top 5 like Survivor challenge beast is what I'm
Hmm.
saying. But
I
Yeah.
can't think
he
of
could have a
anyone
chance
else
to be
that
even better.
compares like that. Either the editing is really that good, or there's really no one else that can compare. Like I can't think of anyone else who can compare.
No,
Not even
and
close to what
no,
that. I mean, literally
he
not even
single
close.
he single-handedly did a challenge that 2 other tribes physically couldn't do.
Yeah.
Four other people could not do what he did,
And not only did he
carrying
do the
3
whole
other
challenge
people.
himself, yeah, he carried the other people to the finish. Literally dragged them to the finish.
And then it was the first time they ever had to stop a challenge because they couldn't do it.
The first half of episode 4 was like Survivor, Jonathan themed. Like,
Well, that was episode 3 we're talking about, the challenge.
Yeah, but tonight
no,
kind
I'm
of
just saying,
like
like tonight
the
though, like they
the
hyped him up
reward
so much because
challenge.
they reviewed
Yeah.
that challenge tonight on tonight's
Mhm.
episode and went over it. And
And then they also gave him the little like story, like the backstory thing, which they've done with people, which he was the only one we saw with that tonight, where he said like his dad made
we
him
don't get a
do
lot of
like
confessionals with
pull
him
ups
though.
when he was like 3 years old or something like that. Like yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. So it's just he dominated with the last. I don't think they've only lost one challenge because they lost Jackson the first episode through a medevac, and the one challenge they
and then they lost
lost,
someone.
the blindfold one.
Yeah.
That was the only one they've lost. Anything physical, they have not lost yet.
See that's also my thing though, which is why I say Jonathan will not win the game because like the challenges that after the merge are like they're all different things. Like
Mhm.
some of them like standing on like the ones that were your small feet come to advantage where you like stand on like a ledge.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll win that one. Or like there's like he's not gonna win 7 or like 8 challenges. He might win like half of them, but he's not gonna win all of them. So
No.
if I was playing with him, I wouldn't vote him out like the
But he
first time
seems
he
smart
loses.
though
I'd
too. Like I wouldn't put it past. I bet Jonathan wouldn't finish the last half and doing a puzzle out of this cast.
yeah, I mean he's like surprise like when I listened to like past assessments and stuff and just stuff on him, I thought he was just like a jacked like douchebag, but he's actually like seems like a cool guy, like and
Mhm.
Yeah.
people like him.
Well,
So
try the doors.
I'm a big fan of Jonathan for sure.
Yeah. They
Jonathan's also not like a lot of our physical beasts, because usually when you have the physical beast that just annihilates all the challenges, they're usually not as good socially. But Jonathan's not like that.
Yeah.
Jonathan's got
No,
a
he
really
is.
good social
Yeah.
connection with Marianne because he, saved her in the first tribal pretty much. And
Yeah,
then
and Lindsay
and
and
with Omar,
Omar.
or is it Omar? I think it's Omar. And then with
Yeah.
Omar,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever it is, Omar, him and Omar are pretty much the next fish back in JT.
So yeah,
And
it's
I
just
think
a
he feels
And
good with Lindsay. So I think that he's in a
no,
really
no.
good spot.
I think Lindsay's is actual like real number one, but like he's so good with all of them. Like he's in no danger. I just is like as soon as he loses a merge challenge though, like people might look at him, but I think that's dumb because the challenges are like it's such a different variety of challenges. Like you can't just bank on him
No.
winning like almost all of them. I would use him as a shield and bank that he's gonna lose like
so my
the
biggest
final like
concern.
5 or 6 challenge. Yeah.
My
Right.
biggest concern is him getting screwed by the hourglass twist, and then that's how he goes home.
Oh, I would be so pissed.
I don't think they're
Like
gonna do the hourglass twist this season.
Oh no, I don't know.
I don't
It's gonna
know.
be it's gonna be
I don't
something to do.
know.
It's gonna be something to because like that was like the theme of like last season. And this season, like if you look at the logo, it's got like that lock and key on it.
Oh, so they're
So
gonna open a test it, and
I wonder if
then
it's gonna be something different in the sense of like I don't think the twist is gonna be the same. I think it's gonna be another stupid first time twist.
Could be
But
another
I don't
bad
think they're gonna
twist.
do the
Yeah.
hourglass again.
well, okay. So hypothetically, I could see him winning the challenge, and then the person gets sent to exile again, and then all of a sudden he's not safe, but he loses the challenge, and then that's how he goes. Like you know how deflating that would be if that's how he goes home.
He's gonna take it like a champ too. He's gonna be so fucking humble when he goes home. You already
Well,
know.
you
He
know,
just got tied.
I
He's
would have
gonna be
took it
so
like
fucking
Sydney took it.
humble. Huh?
I would have took it like Sydney took it last year. Sydney was pissed.
Yeah,
I would have been pissed too.
I'm
I would have felt
pissed.
cheated too.
Yeah.
Uh,
I can't
but
believe how many people have used their shot in the dark this season.
thank God. Holy piss. You
I
know how
know.
frustrating it was last season? No, these people knowing they were in danger and then they never took their shot in the dark.
Nope, never did.
Nope. So
We've seen what, 4 this season?
let's see.
There's 2 or 1 tribal, right?
No, Mariah did it. The first tribal did. What's his name? Zach.
Zach did it.
it.
And
Swansea
then
did
now
it.
Swati. Yep. So
3 of
3
them.
altogether. Damn.
Yeah. So, um,
Yeah.
James, did
So
you?
we had.
Oh, no,
Sorry,
you're
I had to go to the bathroom. We
no, you're
had
you're
good.
fine.
three shot in the darks so far this season. We had one all like last season, which was
Yeah.
awkward. So like, at least people are acknowledging like when they're in danger of going home, like use it. But
Right.
yeah, I don't mind the shot in the dark twist. I think that's
No,
interesting.
I like that twist too. Shot in the dark. I liked the very first. We didn't talk about this with you, James, but I liked the very first twist of the season when those 3 people in the competition had to come together.
Oh, I loved it. I thought
I
it
did
was
too.
awesome too. Yeah.
I just wish we got to see the aftermath of them explaining on what they did. That's
Yeah.
all.
Why do you have all the blood all over you?
Yeah, why do you have blood or mud all over you? Like, what happened? What took you guys so long? What you guys have to do? Like, we didn't get none of those conversations.
None of that.
See,
So,
I kind of just wish though, like I said, like I don't get why they've gotten away from the swap, like with this new like school
mm,
shit.
Yeah.
Like we like Survivor's been swapping since like the like teen seasons, basically. Like even before that, like they swapped the first time in like season 3. Like that's just a part of the game. Like if the no swap thing, kind of like, I don't really like it.
see, I wouldn't mind a swap, but we just need one swap. We don't need 3, 2,
No,
3
well, yeah,
swaps.
one
One
is
swap.
perfect for me, but I don't think like at this point we've seen what was tonight, like the Swati was the 5th person out. Like I don't, they're not gonna swap again.
No,
Like just
they're
like
not.
last season, there's gonna be no swap.
No.
They merged
But
late too.
yeah, and they'll merge late. I feel like for 43 and 44, they should bring back the swap though. I don't know.
My theory is that you know how they swapped the first time in 3,
Yeah.
43 will go back to the swap.
They shouldn't. That's also I don't know if
When have they said?
40.
Have they heard? Have you guys heard rumors of their next returning season? Is it
I
going to
think
be 45?
it's 44. I think so.
Yeah.
Second
Uh,
chances too.
yeah, that would be dope. So we get to the reward challenge, and and then just crush it again.
Again,
And
again.
the thing
Yeah.
is, it wasn't just Jonathan this time. The whole tribe crushed it because it wasn't a challenge where Jonathan could physically carry them. They had to work together as a tribe, and they just destroyed the other two tribes. It was
See,
insane.
I will say like Lindsay is like underrated. Like she's easily like the strongest woman out there. I think so. Like
I agree.
having her and Jonathan on the same
I think
tribe
if
is like
Drea was a little bit more,
yeah, she's probably the closest to Lindsay
yeah,
in terms of like the
Drea
women. Yeah.
Drea was really good too. She's just not as personable. I think Drea is not
I
as
don't like
personable as
Drea for
Lindsay.
some reason. I don't know.
I like
I
Drea, but I like her in a strong bitch way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a bad bitch right there. Like
So
that's Drea.
do you remember Alicia
Yes,
from
Alicia from season
season
or All
two?
Stars.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
from All
that's who
Stars.
she reminds me of a little
Yeah.
bit, and I
She
didn't
doesn't
like her.
she doesn't have emotion. It's just she has the same the whole
But
time,
you know how
just the
easy
same
that is to
face.
talk game with somebody? Like when you talk to somebody like that, like they're not as bubbly and personable, you know, they're not gonna spread that shit as easy as the real social players.
Yeah, well,
You know what I'm saying?
they're not out here like Daniel or Tori or Swati who are just like you can't like this is my
Drea's
thing.
not
All
gonna
right,
talk herself into a mess like
I'll say it
Daniel
already.
will.
Like Swati dug her own grave. Like you can't
Oh,
tell every
100%.
you can't tell everyone you're their number one. Like you're going to get voted out if people like catch wind of that,
Tori
and
played
that's what
Uh,
that
she
so
did.
smart. She knew exactly.
Tori,
Tori,
I like Tori more after tonight. I think.
I like Tori too.
I
I
think
think a lot of people still aren't sold on Tori, but I really like Tori.
I think Roxroy's biggest issue is that he likes to
Ugh, I don't like
make
him at
things
all.
happen. He likes to set things in stone and nothing changes. He's not flexible. He's not a flexible player, or he can bounce around. He thought he had a solid 3 and then 4, and that's what it's going to be, and nothing's going to change it. And so I don't blame them for voting Swati out because she was playing a little messy.
I would have
But
voted her out too.
Tori played it also messy. She was just able to throw it onto Swati and to set herself up because her telling Roxroy before they even go to a challenge about their plans is just so crazy. It's such a dumb play
Well,
because
it
there's
is.
so much things can happen on the tribe before even the challenge.
So it is, but I also think like so Roxroy, like Tori was saying, like trying to talk strategy. Like you showed in Survivor, obviously, and I mean I know it's not like great to throw out names when you don't even know if you're going to tribal, but Roxroy was like basically like I can't like think of anything because we might not even be going tonight. Like
Mm-hmm.
that makes me think his head really isn't like strategically in the game at
No.
all,
No.
and it's
He just likes
not.
being the leader. He likes being in charge and
He's
telling people what to do.
he's my least favorite person on
Me
this
too.
season so far,
I love
and I thought
the
he was gonna be good.
Romeo segment with him. And he's like, "Yes, Roxroy, of course, Roxroy." But then he's like, "Would you just shut the up?"
Yeah. So I will
Dude, Romeo
say
shined tonight. He yeah.
Romeo is the my favorite person from the Blue Tribe for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's in the best spot by far. Like it's not even close.
See, I
I
thought
can't wait to see Hai and Romeo get together and
I
like on the
felt
same
like
tribe.
yeah, I felt like on that tribe, the beginning of the season, I thought either him or Zach would be in a good position, but I didn't know which one was going to be. I felt like one of them was going to go early because they were the small guys,
Yeah.
um, and it
And it
just
Romeo was
wasn't
the
Zach
last
instead
draft
of
pick
him.
for us,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Wasn't he the last one?
He was I got him yeah, I got him last round, I
Yep.
think.
Mhm,
Last round.
mhm.
And I'm
Steal.
happy with it.
I mean,
Yeah.
this team's looking the best. I think. Yeah. What high?
I don't know. Do you
Why
guys
can't I
think?
have this luck in fantasy football? That's my question.
Yeah, who'd you draft? You drafted high. I was
I
looking at
drafted
it earlier.
High, Drea, and Omar.
Yeah, I think they're all in good positions.
That's a great draft. Yeah.
I had a good one coming from episode 2. It was looking good for me. I had Chanel, Daniel, and Jonathan, and now Daniel and Chanel look like a mess. Like episode 2, I was like, killer, man. My draft is killer. I got people in power positions. And then
I think
episode 3
Chanel's gonna go
happened.
far. I bet she'll make final 8.
Nah, I don't know. She's in trouble.
Final
She's
eight,
in trouble,
maybe,
but
but I think she has way less chance of like winning this game than I originally thought.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
She overestimated what she had going on in the tribe.
Who's your pleasantly surprised castaway? Like, who are you like? You didn't have a lot of hope going in, but you're like, holy shit! Like
Romeo.
Romeo,
Yeah.
Probably Romeo
Because like
or Jonathan.
yeah, and
Jonathan.
well, sort of him. Well, I knew he'd be like the challenge beast, obviously, but I didn't think he'd be as likable as he is. And
Mhm.
obviously, he fucked up tonight with the like outing, like how close the four are. Like that was so dumb of him, just to be like, yeah, we're such like a close four. Like you obviously never say that in front of the other tribes that you haven't even met these people yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, like it. I mean, I still saw his potential a little. I think Romeo is like a very good dark horse to win the entire thing. Like
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wouldn't be
sure.
surprised.
Uh, so it's just
And
What Jonathan's mishap remind me of is Tony's top five before merge.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah,
But
but my thing
Tony
I could
I
was
like
see.
Mike
So
too. Speaking of Tony, because like everyone gets Tony vibes from Mike, but like I like Mike too. I think
well,
that for
Mike,
him being a
he's my
really
favorite. He's my
yeah,
favorite player, like favorite character in the whole. Like, I'm so rooting for him.
yeah.
I just hope he gets this idol activated. It's gonna be shitty because everyone's gonna know he has the idol because he told too many people. But like,
Dude, yeah, no one
yeah.
keeps their mouth shut this season. They all
that's
Well,
tell each other about everything.
his whole tribe knows, and like
Yeah.
the
that's
Green
what
Tribe too. I hope they don't lose till merge because I think that is the most interesting tribe. I think everyone there like brings a lot
Agreed.
of like good like TV for all of us.
yeah. I honestly I wouldn't be disappointed if the blue tribe goes to tribal into the merge.
Hmm.
Dude, I love Tori. She's such good TV.
Because if Roxroy goes
She'd
next,
probably be next. One
yeah,
of them will be next. Yeah.
I think Roxroy would be next and then Tori. But then it would be down to six,
Romeo, Drea,
6 and
and
11. So that what they merged at last season, was it 13?
It was 12, but they had the whole like
the earlier way to
hourglass
merge
thing.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I thought it was an odd number because I thought it was even split, and then one person went over.
I think it was 12
Okay,
when they did.
I see. I can look it up real quick. It was up. It was 11 people, by the way.
Okay.
So because they did the 5 and 5, and then one was exiled. So hypothetically, what we're at now, we're at four,
We're at 4,
four,
5,
four.
and 5.
So we're at 8, 13. So 2 more rounds, hypothetically.
No, it's 4, 5, and 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, yes, after tonight's episode, 4, 5, and 4.
Yeah. We need two episodes hypothetically to get to the point where we're merging. So 2 more
Hmm.
episodes. Well, it should be merged.
Gone by
Um,
quick, hasn't it?
yeah. Well, I mean, the cast is like what, 18? That
It's been
happens.
fun though, I think.
Oh, James,
Yeah.
it's like Minecraft again, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick you and then come back,
No, it's been fun.
or just leave and come back.
You hear me or no?
No, it's like Minecraft.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, so I'm excited to see where we're gonna go. We got, like I said, 2 more episodes. So if the blue tribe goes to tribal, we'll have probably Tori and Roxroy would go.
Yeah.
and then it'd be down to Romeo and Drea, and then
They've already put the target on Drea once though. I could see that target shifting around and coming back.
It's hard to say because the person who was putting the target on her is gone.
True.
Tori is fully embedded to them. Roxroy has no choice. So
We have in the Green Tribe. We have Mike, we have Daniel, we have Chanel, we have Lydia, and we have Kai.
yeah.
Man,
So
it's starting to get down to it.
yeah, we're getting down to it. It's getting down to it, and I'm excited. I felt like tonight's tribal. I think Swati did a really good job at the tribal.
Trying to
Approving
save
her case.
herself.
Yes. I think she did a really good job.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much
All
better.
right, we're good.
But it was already embedded. I think Swati did a really good job of trying to play damage control, but Drea and Romeo seen right through it.
So honestly, I think Swati played a horrible game. Like, you cannot tell everybody on your tribe that they're number one.
Yeah.
It's gonna get back to other people, and she did that. And like, it would have been Tori instead of her if she didn't do that. Like, that's what I think, at least. I think she
And Tori
played.
did a good job because like the target was on her, then circled around back to around her once Swati found out that she shared information that she gave her, and then Tori just turned it around and like, well, she's the one that told me in the first place.
Well,
And then
I was glad that Swati went over Tori because I felt like that Tori like didn't have as much of a chance. Like, she was just on the bottom, and Swati was in a good position and put herself in a bad position just by being like just promising people things that you can't keep. Like,
You know
like I
who
said,
she reminded me of was Jay. It's Jay, how Jay is. He can't sit on his hands.
wait, Jay from
Org
Jay
comedian.
Lopez.
Yeah. That's how Swati reminded me of. Because Jay just like, you know what, I'm gonna make things happen. That's who Swati reminds me of. She had
Like, she
all the
couldn't.
power just to relax, but she couldn't relax.
Yeah, and she was in a great spot, I think. But like, I props to Tori for like flipping it on Swati because Swati was really like sketchy in my opinion.
she really
Like
was.
she played it really bad tonight.
I would love to see Swati play again.
When
Really?
she's
Yeah.
like
Out of all of
5
them?
years older.
Out of
Yeah,
well, I
I'm
mean,
saying
I'm just saying in general.
I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
I don't think 18-year-olds or 19-year-olds should be cast, and she proves why because
Hey,
she could
Xander though made it all the way to the end, and he was 20 when she played.
he was 20 or 21 at
Zero
least.
vote
A
20.
finalist.
little, yeah, but I mean, I like Xander. He's a great
I
guy,
do
but
too.
like, I mean,
He's dating
but like,
Andrea now. Isn't that crazy?
I know, which is weird too, because she's like 10 years older than him. But
Hey man, she's hot, so good for
oh, of
him.
course, but I think that, dude, I think Swati played this like very badly. Like, the proved that like if you're 18 and you think just because you've seen every season of Survivor that you're gonna go out there and like be able to like manipulate everybody, you're so wrong.
Mm.
Yep.
And yeah,
She played it like she was playing a mini.
yeah, like an org or yeah, like she and like I listened to like the preseason stuff and too, and like the two people she compared herself to were Parvati and Tony, and I was like, okay, you have a rude awakening coming for you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you think.
Yeah, I think she needs somebody to calm her down
hmm
instead of revving
You know
her
what
up.
seasons they made them watch for the sequester?
I don't know.
Do you
I don't
know?
know either, but I think most of the cast were super fans and they've seen every season.
Hmm.
Good.
I
Yeah,
thought
the
the
way.
weirdest thing was, did you guys catch this? The episode 3 where they talked about to Marianne, and she when she found the idol, she's like, I've seen every episode besides 6 episodes of Token Teens. It's like,
I
what?
heard that. Yeah.
That's
So
random.
random.
So random. Maybe she meant live. I know. I guess she's pretty
Yeah,
young. She would have meant
Yeah.
live.
she's young, but they were like, I listened to Rob's podcast with Steven Fishback, like
Hmm.
which they do after
I
like
do too.
all the episodes, and Steven was like immediately like the first thing he said was like, "What? Like she saw all the season 39, all of season 22, but she didn't watch 6 episodes of Token Teens."
It's
Like
so
that's like
funny.
a really good season.
It
Yeah.
is a good season. A lot of people place Token Teens in their top 10. Quite a bit of people do.
Yeah, for sure. It's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really funny.
It was
Yeah.
really funny. 6 episodes of Token Teens.
I love Marianne. I don't care what anybody says.
So do
Oh,
I.
I do too.
I think she is
TV
awesome.
gold.
Uh,
She's awesome.
Did you see her when she made that basket? She literally had a heart attack.
I want to know which person being voted out won't get like a reaction out of her, because anytime somebody gets voted out, she's like surprised. Like, I wonder what person she wouldn't be surprised by getting voted out.
She does not
So
like or who does she not like on her tribe?
I think
She
she
likes
likes
everybody.
everybody. Yeah.
She was just
It's
angry at
her. Is it
Jonathan.
her and Lindsay that, or no? Maybe it was her and Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah's gone.
Well,
Yeah.
so Jonathan's controlling the whole tribe there. So my only thing
Oh,
is
for sure.
if they did lose, I think Marianne would be next, but I don't think they're going to lose. So yeah,
No.
it's
Jonathan's
not gonna
making sure
matter.
they don't lose.
Yeah.
And the
For
thing is,
real.
Like
he's doing this without rice, so he's doing this without food every day. Besides, like when he gets his food.
Oh,
So think about
he'd be that bro to eat like a whole dozen of eggs every day.
oh, he's someone who eats chicken and rice and eggs every day.
Yeah.
it.
That's his diet.
Dude, men like that.
So,
Not it.
give me your guys' so far in this season. Who would you say your 3 front runners are?
Like
All
to
right.
win?
Yeah,
Can I go
Or who we
first?
like?
yeah. James will go first
All right.
to win. Amanda.
Number one, I'm gonna say hi. Number two, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'll go Jonathan. If he could, like, I think his target's gonna be big, but like, if he could just convince people he's like a big shield and they won't get rid of him. If he gets like final six, he could win out.
Mhm.
And then after that, I would say, uh, this is tough. Give me like Lindsay, honestly, because she's with Jonathan now, and I think she's got a strategic enough mind to like fly under the radar, and she'll also like sh Jonathan will be a huge shield for her, so I think
Mhm.
like she's got a good chance.
Mhm.
But I really, ideally, I want the Green Tribe to do well because I love all of them. I think that is one of my favorite tribes, like in the history of the show, because I think that tribe just, especially if you're the episode 3 tribal, like that, we just saw how like good characters all of them are really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How
But
about you,
that I would
Amanda?
say that's my top three though. Yeah.
If I had to pick, I would say mine's a little bit different than James's. I would probably say Omer,
It's not a bad
I
pick
think, has a
either.
really good chance to go through. And then after that, I would say Drea and probably High as well.
Yeah, I'm not as high on Drea. I just
I like Drea. I think she's smart.
Look, so I think High is probably in the best position
for
because
sure.
he has the advantage still. He just took control of his tribe. I don't think anybody dislikes him. Even when they're going to vote out Lydia, they weren't trying to vote out High. They were trying to vote out Lydia. So I think High is in the best position so far as of right now in the game. Watch him
Right.
go out in the next 2 rounds because that's what I do with these
No,
spots.
he won't. He
And
won't.
then I'm probably gonna go with like I want to say Romeo. I think Romeo is in a.
I love Romeo.
I
I
think he's
like
in
his
a really good
chances. Yeah.
position. I think he's bouncing really well, and he's open for ideas. Drea is a little more chaotic. I think it's going to catch up to her eventually.
Yeah.
Um, Romeo's more head on his shoulders, and he
See,
can
I don't
maneuver
even
better that
see
way.
the chaotic with Drea. I just think she's not as likable. I don't
See,
know.
well, this is the reason why I say chaotic because the first tribal they went to, she's like, she just made this alliance with Raxroy, and she's like, we gotta vote out Raxroy,
Yeah.
and
I
then
I really don't like Roxroy.
I don't
and then,
either.
and
and, and then in the
I
next
thought I was
episode,
going to like him, but
He
I don't.
sucks.
and then the next episode, she tries
Yeah.
to make a girls' alliance, and then after that, she votes off one of the girls. She's a little
Yeah.
chaotic. She's a little chaotic. Um, and then I have Jonathan. Look, John is until Jonathan's
Jonathan's
voted
great.
out. I think he has a chance to win. There's not a scenario where he gets to the end where I don't think he wins. I don't think I think he wins every scenario he's in the finals. Just because
And
of how
his edit is pretty good so far
mm,
too. Like it makes me it tells me that like he's not just gonna be like the guy who as soon as he doesn't win a challenge at the merge that he's out. Like I think he's here like to like I
Let's look
think
at
if he
Jonathan's edit compared to Danny's
if
edit.
if he
Huge
makes
difference.
yeah, if Jonathan makes final seven or later, he's a lock to return
Yeah.
for like a future season, I think.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think if 44 is the second chance, he'll be on that list if he wants to be on it.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely.
I think Shannon's gonna be on that list. I think
Ricard.
Ricard will be on that list.
Besides from 41, none of them should be back. Besides them two.
But whatever. Xander needs to come back.
Maybe
Xander will be on
Xander.
that list for sure. I'm not
Maybe
the biggest
Xander.
Xander fan, but
I am.
Neither am I either. I think he should have gotten better respect from the jury, but I don't think he played like he did not play like a great game or like by
He didn't have
any
a vote half the
means.
game.
yeah, he didn't have a
Yeah,
vote to
he
have
was
to.
an underdog, and Erica I don't think played good either. Deshaun played a horrible game, to be honest, but
See,
like
I think I disagree with you. I think Erica played a good game. I wouldn't say amazing, but I think she played a good game.
she's
I
one
think
of the
America played
low
a good game too.
she's one of the lower tier winners, I would say, still though.
I think there's
Lower
easily
tiered
10.
season.
Even if she deserved to win, yeah, but yeah, bad season, yeah.
I think there's 10 worse winners than her, easily.
Ugh. Who?
Amber is worse for
Okay,
sure.
that's fair.
So is
Um,
But
Ethan.
Ethan,
Ethan.
no, no, no.
I don't know.
All
Ethan's
right,
kind of a borderline. He's
all right.
he's very likable, but his win is so.
He didn't play a great like strategic game.
No,
Who's the worst winner ever though? I'm waiting for you to say it.
is it Bob?
He's second worst to me.
The worst
Oh,
winner is
oh,
Jenna. I don't care what
no,
anybody
no,
says. Jenna is
No,
no.
the
It's
nope,
worst winner.
it's
Jenna's a bad winner.
Underwood.
It's Underwood is the worst
Chris
winner,
Underwood is the worst winner.
and
Jenna
it's not even
Underwood,
close.
Jenna Underwood. All those people we just said are worse. Fabio's worse than Erica.
Oh, all right.
That's
So I would
six.
say, all right.
That's
Let
six
me
right
say,
there.
Natalie
let me
White
give,
is worse than Erica.
yeah. All right. Let's give worst winners. I'll say right now.
Yeah.
I think that Chris Underwood's the worst winner
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah.
Natalie White probably second worst winner. Fabio probably third worst.
I put Fabio ahead of Natalie.
Well, I am, but I'm saying Natalie's
No, I
second
mean
worst.
like head as the worst. I think Fabio is worse than Natalie.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You
They
need to
may
rewatch Nicaragua. You
rewatch.
rewatched it.
I don't know. That man was so clueless for most of that.
I've
For most
seen
of
it
that.
like 4 times, so
He got
yeah,
lucky.
no, he
He
was
got
bad.
lucky.
He
Two
was
people
bad.
quit. He got
That
lucky.
cast
2 people
was
quit.
awful.
I don't think
That
Bob's as
cast
bad as
was
the winner as you guys make him out to be.
he was bad.
He's bad, but he's not that bad.
I think
He's
I don't think he's bottom
likable.
5, but I don't think
He's
he's bottom. I
likable.
think he's bottom
He
10 for
didn't
sure.
play like that good of a game at all.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Danny.
Ben.
Been awful.
All right, I will not take any Danny slander because I think Danny was actually like average like winner. I think she was a step
I
ahead
really
of
do not
all
remember hardly jack shit from Guatemala.
them. To be honest, like I love that season. Like
Good season.
I'm a huge Nicaragua fan. Like I think not Nicaragua, Guatemala. I think that it's the most underrated season ever in the show.
So I have a question for you. How how much does their when they play if they play again, how much does that impact your decision when they're ranking them?
It does, but like for Danny, it didn't really because I didn't think that she had like a real like chance in Winners at War. Whereas
Mm,
Ben, who obviously I don't think was a good winner, he had a better chance because then it was a lot of like newer school players were like
Dude.
and Ben was
Season.
the goat. Ben was the goat in Winners at War, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
he absolutely was. He did not play a good game at all.
You forgot to mention Amber. Amber's a terrible
Well,
winner.
I said she's yeah. Well, obviously, I said she's not a good winner either. Like
Mm,
she shouldn't have won.
mm,
Uh, like Amanda said, Jenna too.
mm.
I don't think she was a great winner, but like I would have voted her over Matt. Like it was Rob Sesternino season,
Yeah.
and I
Right.
mean he just couldn't win the last challenge. So
Hmm.
yeah.
If that was a final three, he wins.
Oh, he
I
would
think.
have gotten every single vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I don't know. I don't think, like I said, I think Erica's. I think probably around 28, 29.
She's a little lower for me. She's not the worst winner, like I said, but I just like I
I think I think she's
she got
just under that
lucky.
middle
She got a
tier.
little lucky.
But
Hmm.
let's face it,
But
that season
everybody
was
does.
full. Yeah,
Everybody
that
gets
season was
lucky.
a
Yeah.
full of twists, terrible twists and turns.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Where like people say she was gonna be that first Mojo boot, but the hourglass twist. But the only reason she was gonna be that vote was because of the twist.
Right.
She was only in that position because she wasn't there.
And
So
they also said though, like she was gonna be on the Blue Tribe if they never went to tribal before merge. She
mhm,
would have been the one voted out if they had gone, I think.
mhm.
Yeah.
But hey,
But
that's
that
the
also gives her more of a reason to like argue for her to win because like you overcame that, and
mhm.
I mean
Right.
I've grown to respect Erica's game a little more, but I still don't like. I don't see it as like a very good win by any means, but yeah,
I just think there's bad and terrible wins, and I don't think she's anywhere near those. I think she's above a good. I think she's in a good win.
I think she's in bad but not terrible.
See, but yeah, that's about it for these two episodes. I think they were fun. It was like I think the people who stood out the most was High, was well mainly the first episode, but the fourth between the two episodes, I think Jonathan stood out the most out of
Oh
anybody
yeah.
out of these two episodes. He shined a lot, and both the with the challenges and with the story and everything like that. Uh,
Hmm.
it, it was the Daniel destruction in those two episodes as well. Uh, we
And
also
I
go ahead.
think Mary Ann, like I know they haven't gone to Tribal Alaska. Like they're giving her a lot of like attention. I think she's just a great character, and
My
I
prediction
think
for
she's going to
Marianne
make it
is
far.
she's gonna be Xander this season. She's gonna be a 0 vote finalist.
I don't think so.
I
I
think she'd
think
be a
she's
0
like,
vote
I
finalist.
think she gets out in like sixth or seventh place
I think
because
she gets screwed
she's
by
too
advantage.
likable. Too likable. That's what I think.
I
I
think
think
they
she
I
won't
gets
reward her.
screwed by
She's too young.
advantage.
I don't think anybody will vote for her because she's too young.
so like
So
aside from like our like drafts, anything, all that, like who, if you guys had to pick one person you're rooting for, who do you say you're rooting for?
Omar.
Okay.
it's
I
hard to
have
say.
a handful, but there's one that I still like am holding hope for because I think he's just such a good character, and
Who's
that's
that?
Mike. Mike,
I would. All right, I'm
I
not gonna
love
lie.
Mike.
I have a soft spot for Daniel, even though he
I
had
like
this
I
like
Daniel
know.
too.
crash. Like I
I
don't.
love the Green Tribe. I love that
I
tribe.
just love I picked him because I liked him. I didn't think he was gonna win. I just thought he was gonna be fun. and I
Thousands
would
of
He's a
love
good
to
bucks.
see,
guy. Yeah.
I would love to see him get to
Sure.
merge and just cause some chaos.
Yes.
Yes.
That's I'm saying. I said this the other day, I think in our like group chat. I said
Yeah.
like the Green Tribe cannot go to tribal before merge if they don't
No.
swap again. Like we need all five of them at merge
I
because
think Lydia
it'll
would be
be
the
way
person
more
I would choose
interesting.
to go home if I had to
Yeah.
choose, but I don't think she
Yeah,
would
but
go
I still
home.
like her. I like her
Yeah.
Oh, I
though.
love Lydia.
So,
Yeah, like
Lydia's
but
I think
hilarious.
that that tribe is so interesting. Like I am. I would have been like I was on the edge of my seat tonight watching that challenge. I'm like, please do not lose. Like, please send the blue tribe to tribal. Like, I don't want any like the people who were part of like that crazy last tribal to go home yet. I want them all at merge.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope so. I think I I see a lot of the community people like hate this season, and that just doesn't.
I don't get it. I
I
like
don't
it.
get it.
no, I honestly this season is heads above last season for me. Like at this point already, like last season, I was starting to get like
Too.
pissed off already. But I really like this
I
season.
think last season had a good cast. This season has a really good cast, so almost great cast.
Yeah.
And so the things that we have issues with it, we're weighing down the good cast, and where the good cast can only hold up so high. But with the great cast, which we have now, is holding up higher because of what the casting does. If they can
Yeah,
just take away as many of these twists, they don't need this many twists. One good positive thing is we didn't see no ship wheel this
Nope.
episode,
yeah.
episode 4, which I'm
And
happy about.
we got a reward challenge too,
Yeah,
even which I
yeah,
don't really care about that much, but like we got a little bit more like old school Survivor feel tonight. Like
Right.
we got
mhm.
the reward challenge, we got to see what all the tribes are thinking, and then we got the immunity challenge, and then we went to the losers. So yeah,
Yeah. I hope the summit is over. I hope that was the last one.
I don't think it is,
I don't think it
but
is too, but I'm wishfully. So I
the
think there's two more
summit.
exits. Two more exits. If you had to choose two people to go before merge, which two people would you eliminate?
Uh, Tori and I don't want to pick two people from Blue Tribe. I would
I
say
will.
Tori and Drea, but
Roxroy. I
if
want Roxroy to go.
but yeah, I want him. Well, I want him gone, but I don't think he will. So I'm gonna say just from basic like tribe standpoints, I'll say if Blue Tribe goes, it's Tori. If Orange Tribe goes, it's Marianne, and then if the Green Tribe goes, it's probably Daniel.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I would say
that's.
Daniel.
I don't want him to go though. I think he will. Like I think he's too good of a character. Like
I think
he
he's a.
caused
Roxbury can
chaos at
go.
merge.
I think he's a
Honestly,
poor
I wouldn't
man
be shook
Adam
if Lindsay
Klein.
went.
I think Daniel's a poor
No,
man Adam Klein.
Lindsay will not. Lindsay's not going anywhere.
No.
Hmm. So
All right,
So
guys, we've been going for over an
yeah,
hour.
yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Give us a
oh,
like,
no
comment,
problem,
subscribe. It means a lot. Thanks for joining us, James. It's a lot of
no
fun.
problem.
We're enjoying this season. Amanda's done with her Oregon for now here soonish.
I'm done. I'm retiring now. I'm not
I,
playing anymore.
I'm not retired, but I'm not playing till summer at least.
I'm
So
not playing
yeah,
till late summer if I do.
All right,
So it should be hosting Broski here in the next 3 weeks.
so we'll finish Africa somewhat soon.
We start April 21st.
All right, we'll finish Africa soon. You and
Yeah.
me. So you just got the last couple episodes.
all right, and just let me know if you guys want me to hop on the next
All right.
Bro, we
like
need it.
recap.
Africa. We've been trying to fucking film Africa for 6 months now.
I finished. I mean, I finished the episodes already, but I
I've already
already
finished
watched
the
them.
episodes. I'm just waiting on you to record with me.
Yeah, and it's just hard. You've been so busy. You know, Michael Tribal at 10 o'clock.
That's what they do. Yeah.
I've told Frank so many times that can we please do them on Sunday? Can we record on Sunday mornings? Nope. Frank
Yeah.
on the weekends I can't even get a hold of him.
I know I'm busy, man.
I'm
I
busy
only
on the weekdays.
I only see Mariah 8 days out of the month.
Hey,
That's
I'll
Saturday and
I'll
Sunday.
record Sunday mornings whenever you guys need someone.
All
So
right, but all right, we're gonna hop off. Thank you guys for watching. I'll
all
talk
right,
to you guys later.
had fun.
Bye.
Peace.